Hello guys, I'm going to talk about Overwatch, how it stands out as a FPS, its balance, future of competitive scene, story, and if it's worth a purchase. So let's start. Overwatch is a first attempt of Blizzard to make a team-based shooter, and holy shit, I'm shocked. And it's not surprising if you check out development team and see what people they have on board. Veterans like Geoff Kaplan, Aaron Kaler, Jeff Goodman, Green Jesus, and many more. But as expected, their first try is bound to have some fuck-ups. Let us talk about the maps first, as I think it's most important aspect in FPS genre. If maps are shit, then you just don't want to play, right? Overwatch maps are memorable and have the right size to them, so they have more replayability and more enjoyable. It's easier to remember positions of health packs and the usual camper spots, and it just feels great to play on them. I have the same feeling when I play on Dust too, feeling like I'm home.
Hello. Rash B, suka!
What are the downsides though? First downside you noticed right away is what there's very little gameplay modes. Basically it boils down to standing in a square and waiting for a bar to fill up, and you must do it 2 times. Or escort an object to its destination. Or stand in a square for a bar to fill up, and after escort an object to its destination. Or stand in a square for a bar to fill up, and you must fill it up 2 rounds out of 3. Yeah. While it sounds lame when you boil down map modes like that, it's not that bad honestly. I'm still enjoying playing these modes, cause maps and gameplay are so good. But in the future I hope they would bring out the old kings like Team Deathmatch and Capture the Flag. I mean even Team Fortress 2 has a deathmatch. Come on now. So that's what I think about map modes overall. Let's go over the characters. Sometimes I think Blizzard are like fucking wizards. With some characters they literally watched me when I slept and saw what I was dreaming about, an edgelord with double shotguns who can teleport behind your back and basically say
nothing personnel, kid.
I fucking swear I had that in my dream and Blizzard made it come true. Or what about Weibo Mecha Samurai with katanas who throws shurikens? My dick. All of them are fun to play, all of them are unique. And I just can't get enough of these designs. As a wise man once said, if you want to check popularity of your characters, just check Rule 34 on them. And holy fuck, there's so much Rule 34 of Overwatch, it's unbelievable. And there's a reason for that, people just love these characters so much. And as a side note, I don't understand why Blizzard suddenly decided to go on a crusade against the Overwatch porn. All of that porn literally commends the creator, what he did something great. You must not shy away from it, but embrace the creativity of your community. Doesn't matter if it's a cosplay, some fan art, or VBM of somebody fucking with a maker up the ass. It's all equally great. But I digress. What makes characters especially great are those little things which you don't notice at first. But Blizzard knows how little things are just as important as the big picture. What I'm talking about is character interactions. Few seconds before the match starts, it doesn't matter what hero you select, you're always going to have some cool interactions between others in your team, or your character might have interacted with environment, revealing a tiny bit of his personality or backstory of this place.
It is beautiful here. I could never appreciate it before.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
I ain't much for waiting around. You weren't given those guns to toss them around like trash.
I don't take lessons from you.
I wonder if I left anything in my locker here.
Need any adjustments to your chrono accelerator?
I think... Just kidding, Winston. It works great.
Greetings.
I'll have my eye on you, Omnic.
And I will watch your back in turn.
How do I trust a man who is half machine?
The heart of a man still beats inside me.
I like Zarya's quotes, they actually made Russian character bigoted. That's pretty accurate to be honest. There's even special interactions between characters in the opposite teams.
I am victorious this time, brother. You were never my equal.
Blizzard so good they even implemented that into the gameplay itself. Sometimes your teammates gonna yell, and it might save your life. First time when I heard it, I instantly turned around and got a kill. It felt so natural as well. All of this makes your connection to a character so much deeper. Just a few seconds of dialogue which happen after a kill or before a match. That's all you need and Blizzard knows it. As for what character to pick, they're all so diverse, but at least one is going to pick up your interest. And if you don't know what your team needs, Blizzard made a very handy tooltip on the right side in character select. It shows if you need a tank, healer or more DPS in your team, and all heroes sorted accordingly through their roles. It's very intuitive and easy to pick up even if you're a noob at this genre. Most games wouldn't even put those tooltips in, thinking meh, players would figure this shit out for themselves. So that proves even more how small touches like that are important and how much Blizzard cares. As for gameplay, it feels nice. When they showed first alpha footage with those big gun models, especially Reaper ones, I shitted myself. But at release it wasn't that bad, and you can select up to 103 FOV, so thank fuck for that. Guns are responsive, UI feels great. You can check out your character's abilities at any moment by pressing F1. Helps out a lot when you're just starting out. This is a team-based game, so main focus is not just to play one character at all times, but pick one in response to the enemy team. Many times I have found myself getting killed repeatedly by some shitty Bastion, and after just swapping to Genji, he would just kill himself by attacking me while I'm in deflect stance, and then our team would just move forward. I guess this could be a negative point to somebody, but don't worry, even if it's a team-based game, one player can still carry, and carry hard as shit. For example, just check out Seagull's channel. I fucking love this guy. He was actually the one who made me buy the game, simply because I saw so much potential and depth from his gameplay. Let's go back to the UI. They added a small quirk. When your hero jumps a little, your portrait jumps as well. That doesn't affect the gameplay, but still pretty cool. After you win or lose, you get to the final screen where it shows winning team and play of the game. Play of the game is alright, but it picks up really weird plays sometimes.
But really? What? What?
The fuck was that? Final screen is good and all that, but it becomes annoying after a while, since it takes so much time to jump to the next game. After few hours of playing, you just wanna skip play of the day, MVP voting and start screen, but game doesn't show you any indication when it's safe to quit. I usually quit after victory defeat screen and still get all the XP, but I'm not sure. I hope they give us ability to skip all of that in the future patches or something, but it's not that big of a complaint. As for balance, I think people throw a lot of misinformation about it on forums and such. All you see is whining about Mei and Bastion. There has been so much of it since the release what it became annoying. Can't even find a good discussions anymore, people only whine about these two heroes, and the rest is memes and porn. That last one I'm fine with though. In reality, if you actually played Overwatch and use logic, you can name a few counters right off the bat. To kill Mei you can use ranged champions like Pharah. Hanzo. Or just use McCree. To kill Bastion you can use Genji. Pharah. Or just pick up a Trump supporter and build a wall. The only good balance critic I would agree on is McCree. He's one of the best DPS characters in the game. The thing which makes him so good is his right click. With a simple hit of one button he's able to one-shot everything in the game except tanks. And that's not all. If you use your shift, your revolver is instantly reloaded, so you can potentially kill anything in a few seconds, doesn't matter how much HP your target has. This guy is so good that in recent tournaments he was being picked up in every single game, and not even once. Here's a tournament final when you can see 4 McCrees, and that's just fucking insane. And I even seen screenshots of 5 McCrees in competitive match, but I can't seem to find it anywhere sadly. This is the only character I agree could use some nerf pad, and he would need one very soon. Because when people going to see this cowboy at every ranked games they're going to play, at every tournament, competitive scene is sure as shit not gonna be growing that much of a following, as it should. As for tournaments though, quick note, there's already has been a cheater which team ended up as a winner in Overkill tournament, and that just fucking retarded. I hope Blizzard gonna jump on that wagon quick and fix the aimbot problems, since that gonna hurt esports scene even more. I think Overwatch has a great potential to become great esports. Balance seems pretty nice, and game doesn't promote to just use one team setup all the time, making people to change their heroes and adapt to the enemy team. But as I've said, McCree's right click makes him the best DPS character for your team, so you're just going to see at least 2 McCrees per every game as time passes. As for story, if you're a big story guy and wants more from the game than just a shooter, you get digital comics, graphic novel and cinematic shorts, in addition to those in-game interactions. Here's some of the story. Basically, Omnica Corporations made self-improving factories all around the world called Omniums, which made robots called Omnics, what are supposed to be helping the humanity and improving their everyday life. But later robots rebelled and Omnic's crisis began.
Whoa.
Later United Nations made a project called Overwatch to deal with this bullshit, and when robots got defeated, there was a giant ruse and storm of shitposting, which made United Nations say, nah, you're not needed anymore, lol, and Overwatch got disbanded. So many members became mercenaries or just were stroking their dicks all day long. But some new threat is going down, and Winston called all Overwatch members to reassemble, so they can fight again. But some of them are got used to being mercenaries and have some hidden motives against Overwatch, so some members fight each other now, I guess. That's what I got from it for now, and it's alright plot. I mean, it's a multiplayer shooter after all, who gives a shit? It could have been worse, they could have hired Anthony Birch.
More like Meme Lands 2. More like Meme Lands the pre-meme call. More like border memes. More like meme.
As for cinematics, I didn't care all that much about the story when I saw them. The only one I liked was the Dragon's one, and only because I'm huge into brother rivalry stuff. So good one on that, Blizzard. Cinematics only made me care less about the lore, complete the opposite what character interactions did. And it's because of the sensitized violence. I mean, the only thing which dies in cinematics are robots. Oh no, wait! They also mention death in Winston cinematic for 5 seconds, casually throwing 15k deaths in your face.
The second Omnic crisis continues to devastate Russia. The conflict between Omnics and humans has now claimed over 15,000 lives. So far, the international community has been reluctant to intervene.
And after when Winston decides to take an action, computer just says fuck you by showing some retarded paper which stops him. Yeah dude, stop trying to help people when there's a need for it, not like Overwatch was made for this kind of situations. Imagine how many times this robot stopped him and how many people died because of it. And then he summons Overwatch anyway just because he had a virus on his computer. I guess installing antivirus on his PC is way more important problem than helping in a conflict where people die every day. Priorities, I guess. So actual tragedies happening somewhere off screen, while we're seeing people being knocked down. Bad guys wear evil masks with red eyes, so you can't sympathize with them on a human level. Heroes missing their fucking shots all the time in point blank. And even if they do get hit, they don't have any wounds. And the only thing which ends up dead is fucking robots. What the fuck? Probably in every future cinematic, every time when they need to show a violent scene, they just gonna kill another robot. How fucking hilarious is what in cinematics they promote equality theme?
Human, machine, we are all one within the iris. Before me I see the future.
And the only ones which were actually killed were robots. This is so desensitized and sterile. Holy Jesus. Real violence is a part of life. That's what makes things move. Love and death. By desensitizing death, you're making your audience care less about your story, thinking it has no real stakes. I mean, I understand what I'm a minority in this and you need to make money. Lowering that ISRB rating seems like a good idea, but still, if you had a real stakes in those cinematics, it would have been better. Now, let's talk about microtransactions and price of the game. Although game is not free to play, it still have in-game boxes which you can buy for money, which is starting to get normal to put in fully priced games. Loot boxes are the same as card packs in Hearthstone, the game which is free to play, but for some reason it raped my wallet way more than all major AAA releases combined in 2015. But I digress. Once you open the box, you get 5 random cosmetic items, and one of them is going to be blue for sure. What loot you've got is in the hands of RNG Jesus. It can be legendary skin, or some bit of currency, or some shitty blue skin, which is just a recolor some Blizzard employee made in Photoshop in 2 minutes. Or it can be just a fucking useless spray you don't give a shit about. And luck can be very bad for you. I'm almost level 40 and only legendary drops I've got was Zarya skin, which I didn't want it, but I guess it's still nice because I don't have to see her ugly face anymore. Another drop was just 500 gold, which was okay too. I've seen people getting up to 5 legendary skins after their first 12 levels, so I'm still salty as fuck about this stupid system. If you want some specific skin, animation or spray, your boxes must contain currency which varies between 50 to 500 gold, and if you get duplicate item you get refunded 50 of its full cost. So for example, spray costs 25 gold, so if you get duplicate spray you get 5 gold, and if you get duplicate legendary skin you get 200 gold. I understand why they did this system though. If they would have just made it so you could buy any skin for real money, people would just straight up complain and said that it's not a free to play game. They had paid money for it already and deserve full access to all its content. But as a masterful juice, they just put this dumb loot system in, which plays on people's instincts. And guys, don't buy this shit please. Buying 10 or even 20 bucks is not gonna guarantee you anything. You literally can just get sprays in every loot box and that's it. You're gonna be feeling like a dumbass for buying into this stupid box crap. Overall, it doesn't affect anything since it's only just cosmetics. All characters are unlocked right from the start, and you get a free box with each level. By playing up to level 40, I've got enough gold to buy everything I wanted for Genji, and I'm pretty much done. Don't need any other cosmetic stuff. I guess I can also comment on quality of cosmetics. Some skins are just plain lazy. Just look at this soldier skin. It's just as I said, a stupid reskin some Blizzard template did in Photoshop for 2 minutes. And look at this shit where it's an epic skin, and it just looks like a
fucking a white male! So you're a white man!
Some characters have better epic skins, while other ones still look like a 75 gold recolor, which is fucked up. I hope they will add more skins without this kind of laziness to it. After all of these pros and cons, was 40 bucks purchase price worth it? Well, before my answer, I also want to comment on when you first go into the shop. It directs you to useless Origins version, which is 60 bucks, and it just adds 5 stupid skins and other useless garbage for different Blizzard games. It's kinda shitty what I have to do extra step to switch to 40 bucks version. I wonder how many people have bought 60 bucks one without realizing they can save up $20. As for normal version, for me it was worth it, and it might come to personal reasons. It costs 10 less bucks in Russia, I like specific characters a lot, I like all maps. I only just started getting into FPS again after Battlefield 4 Premium went on sale, and I wanted to play more shooters. I already played 40 hours of this and gonna play another 40, that's for sure. So it's been worth it for me. It's a team-based shooter game with Blizzard's love and polish, and it have a bit of aids, few and far between. But it's always like that with Blizzard, right? And hey, at least it's better than Battleborn? So here's the review, thanks for watching, please like, subscribe and see you next time.